Who cast domain expansion in JJK 260? Let's talk about it, but spoilers beware. So for this video here, I just want to talk about this panel, domain expansion. It is fascinating to me because on first read through of the leaks, Sukuna is going to cast his domain, right? The narrator then explains how he would be able to do that, and then boom, domain. So it's like, yeah, okay, Sukuna is casting his domain, but oh, interrupted by Gojo, right? But now, on second read through and closer inspection, this panel is so weird because it's one, fully black, and then two, there is no indication of who's saying it. And I think that has to be intentional. So who's saying this? I don't think it's Sukuna anymore. Again, I think that's probably the intended first interpretation as you're reading it. But if it was, I don't think you would block it off like this separately. Plus, there's no malevolent shrine manifesting. Now, maybe he was interrupted, and that's fair, but I don't think this is Sukuna, which leaves a couple of other options, right? Could it be Gojo casting his domain expansion? He's just coming back and coming in immediately with that heat. I could see it, but, does that mean he's also trapping Todo and Yuji in Unlimited Void? Because as we know, he can't exclude people from it, or at least he wasn't able to before, but maybe he has evolved and is able to exclude people just like we saw Yuta Okotsu do earlier. So there is precedence, right? So is this Unlimited Void? Maybe. What if it's Yuji's domain expansion, though? What if he is revealing it for the first time, having just unlocked it? I mean, again, this man just hit a black flash. Like, this is possible, I think, and would explain why there was kind of this subterfuge as far as who is saying it here. Now, yes, one of Yuji's hands is inside Sukuna's chest right now, but we can't see his other hand. So could he be casting his domain sign? Maybe it's one-handed, just like Gojo's, and, we've seen Sukuna use as well. It's possible, right? And if so, what would Yuji's domain be? I mean, yes, he has shrine and blood manipulation, so we can have some ideas, but I do think it would be unique to him. Like, I don't think Yuji's domain would look exactly like Malevolent Shrine or anything. So this could be the reveal of that. And if it is Yuji's domain, could this Gojo apparition, for lack of a better word, be a function of it? Now, I don't know how that would work. Again, we don't really know what to expect from Yuji's domain, but could it be possible? I think potentially. Again, I don't know how you connect that to shrine or blood manipulation, but I at least think it's possible. I just don't know. Plus, I mean, could it be Todo's domain? He's also around, right? Maybe. Less likely, in my opinion. I would think it was one of the people in this panel, which, speaking of, there's technically one other person in this panel, Megumi. And again, Yuji's hand is literally inside Sukuna's chest. Not that the soul is like literally inside of people, but maybe Yuji is like convening with Megumi right now. Again, he just hit a black flash. Every time he strikes the soul, he's weakening that barrier. And we already saw Yuji convene with Megumi earlier. Like, maybe he's doing that right now. Maybe he got to Megumi. Like, could Megumi be casting a domain from the soul realm? I mean, probably not, but I don't know. It is interesting that this entire panel is like dark, as if it's like not happening in the same present reality. And then could the Gojo apparition be a function of that? It does kind of look like a shadow, sort of, but I don't know. I really don't feel strongly about any of these four possibilities, but they're fascinating to consider. So I wanted to get y'all's opinion on this. Who do you think is casting this domain expansion? Let me know.